What's going on, guys? I'm Bill and welcome to Bill's How To. Today I've got for you guys a review and testing of the Ryobi One Plus cordless wet dry vacuum cleaner. Let's do this. Alright guys, so what we have today is the P3240, which is a cordless wet dry vac from Ryobi. That is the cordless version, no more cords. What we're using is the Ryobi One Plus batteries. So the same battery that we use for our power tools, over 125 individual power tools, all running off this one battery. Now part of it is this vacuum cleaner. This here is the 3-gallon version, so it's 11 liters. It weighs roughly 4.1 kilos, which is 9 pounds. It's pretty light, to be honest. It's got a nice handle up here that clicks into place. I love that click. So that's very, very interesting that they've got that click. I thought it was just going to be one of those floppy ones, but no, it's got a nice click, nice and sturdy. So like I said, this one here runs off the Ryobi One Plus batteries. Before we get into it, this one here is a brand new product. I haven't even turned it on yet. So I've got 4 main concerns from initially before I even open up the box. Number one, the hose. I'm concerned with the hose, how durable it is, the length of it, and whether or not I can put attachments on there. Number two, I'm concerned with the runtime. I've watched the previous review that somebody has stated that they only get 15 minutes with a 4 amp hour battery, which is a bit concerning, so I want to test out the runtime. Also the suction. The reason why I've actually bought this one here, which is a long time coming, I should have bought this a long time ago. I've got the Ryobi wet dry vac, which is the corded version. I've also got the dust buster. So dust buster is the small version which runs off the battery. That one doesn't have enough suction, and also the capacity is very low. Also, with the bigger version, the corded one, number one, it's corded, and second reason, it's too big and bulky. So I wanted something in between, which is this one right here, which leads me into my concern, which is the suction. So if this one here has the same amount of suction as the dust buster, I'm not going to be too impressed, to be honest. So it needs to have a reasonable amount of suction. Also, we've got the attachments. I've heard a few problems with the attachments with regards to where they're actually positioned and removing them. So we're going to get into those. So first things first, we need to test out this hose, because this one here was one of my main concerns, and I've got to be honest and say this has got a decent amount of weight in it. It's not your regular hose. If you ever have bought a larger shop vac or even the Ryobi wet dry vacuums, the bigger ones come with a plastic hose on there, and the ribs on there are also plastic. This one here is actually metal. So if you have a look at that, you can see all this rib section here is made out of metal. The benefits of the metal over just a straight plastic rib is, number one, you can't kink it. Number two, you can't squash it. So that's nice to know that they've put some good quality hosing on this. I was a bit concerned about that, because since it's a fixed hose and it only stretches out at 1.8 meters, which is about 6 foot, I was a bit concerned with the quality of the hose, because if you were to rip it halfway through and then reattach your hose on here, you'd have to buy an aftermarket hose, or see if Ryobi even sells the hose. So that's nice to know that they've got a good quality hose in there. I'm impressed with that. I'll test out the attachments later, and I mean attachments by running more hoses onto this one here, or even a wand, and see if it's able to take on that suction. On and off switch, nothing fancy. We've got some attachments around the sides. One of the problems, or a common problem that I've heard people complaining about, is apparently it doesn't clamp onto this tight enough. It's not too bad. It could have been a bit better, but it's not too bad, to be honest. It's not going to go anywhere. What I really like about this is that it's flat packed. So the fact that this is all flat, all on top, even when you put in your battery, which I'll show you guys in a second, it sits nice and flat. So that means I can stack other boxes on top of it. But this is all tucked out of the way. So unless something really was to flick it out, it's not going to come out. The other concern I've got, there was another review online where he did exactly what I just did. So if you have a look here, we've got the clip that's actually been removed. So that clip actually came off, which isn't supposed to, as far as I know. So that's not sitting properly anymore. There we go. So this one here doesn't sit properly as it should. What I'm going to have to do with this is probably put some liquid nails in there, and I'm going to permanently fix that into that position, and that'll solve that problem, hopefully. But this one here does clamp on a lot better than the other side. So you can even hear that clicking. So once I liquid nail that side there on, it should be fine. I think that's all of the attachments on there. Let's test out the battery. This one here is a 5 amp battery. Yep, 5 amp battery. Whoa, relax. Turn it off. And that's it's nice and flush. So the 5 amp battery, if you use anything up to about the 5 amp, I think you'll be fine. In terms of not having a protrude on top or sitting proud. If you were to use the 6 amp or go a little bit higher, you'd start running into a bit of problems. You won't be able to keep the battery there and stock something on top of it. So far so good, guys. The only thing left to do now, oh, that's one thing I forgot. I didn't realize that this thing comes as both a vacuum cleaner and as a blower. So let's check that out. Actually, we'll test it out as a vacuum cleaner first, and we'll try it out as a blower. I didn't know you could double up as that. So it's got a latch on the front here and one on the back also that is used to open this up. And that's what it looks like inside, guys. So it's just a little empty tub. Nothing really special in here. It's got a lot of grooves in there. Probably would have been better to not have all these grooves. Simple reason for that is if you do happen to clean out your wet dry vac, there's a lot of crevices and grooves that you need to get in. Really difficult to clean that out. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of that, to be honest. With regards to the filter, we've got a nice filter on here. This one here is a washable filter, so that's nice to know. It's got a ball float. Yeah, so that's a good quality ball float too. So once again, the ball float is just a shut-off valve. If you fill up too much water, the float will start to automatically come up. Once that sits up the top, it'll shut off the unit rather than having the water go through the motor. So pretty standard stuff so far. I mean, at the end of the day, you have to have a washable filter. So everything seems pretty good so far. I'm not too disappointed as yet. Hopefully the suction will live up to my expectations, so we'll test that out next. And with regards to the blower, I haven't tested it out yet, to be honest, but so this one here is one of the attachments that it comes with. Just a regular cleaning attachment, but this one here doubles over as also a reverse for the blower. So with the blower, we've got this little section here. It says blower port on there, which is just basically your exhaust on the motor. Anything that blows out of here is going to be used as the blower itself. So I'm not too sure how to remove this top section yet. We'll try and remove that hose. Oh, that comes off pretty easy. Alright, so this one here must go onto this side. And then it slots straight into here. And that's it. Now we've got our blower attachment ready to go. So this is good. It's a good idea, but what I found, I'm sure most people will tend to agree if they've been through this before. With the blowers, once you've filled it up with a lot of rubbish in there and your filter happens to get dirty, what is the first thing that happens as soon as you turn on the blower? All the dust particles just come straight out of this blower port here, or this exhaust port. So if you do happen to have a dirty filter and you wanted to use this as a blower, I don't think that'll be a very smart idea, because you're more than likely going to be blowing dust everywhere. So I haven't tested it. Obviously it's still brand new, so only time will tell, and we'll test that out. So anyway guys, let's get this unit ready and we'll test it out and see how strong it is. So just to show you guys, this is actually a pretty thick amount of sawdust, as you can tell, and it handles it no problem. Alright guys, so I've just used this for about 5 to 10 minutes straight. Everything's working fine. It's actually got a lot more suction than I thought. It sucks in a good way, let's put it that way. One thing I really wish that it did have is one of those wand attachments with the wider head on the bottom, like this one here that comes with the bigger shop vacs. So I wish this one here would actually come with it. I tried this one here from my Ryobi corded version. doesn't fit. It's a little bit too big, but in saying that, you can get the adapter, so I'll be tempted to see if I can actually fit the adapter on here and if it will lose any suction, but I guess that's for another video. But all in all, so far I'm pretty impressed with it. Before I forget, it does come with an attachment to be able to blow up your inflatable mattresses and water features and things like that. So anyway, what I have noticed is with the battery, it lost 1 bar. So after using it for 5 to 10 minutes, it has lost 1 bar, which means that the review that I previously had watched was actually pretty accurate. So he got on a 4-amp battery about 15 minutes. I'm expecting to get about 20 minutes in a 5-amp battery. So I'll test that out also to the end. What we're going to do now is test out the blower function and see how well that works. What I'm going to do for this is I'm going to take some of that sawdust that we've just collected, sprinkle that onto the table, not that one, sprinkle some of that, and that way I'll be able to give you guys the best representation as to how much air is actually coming out of this unit. So the only thing left to do now is to get our blower attachment ready. Pretty straightforward, and we're ready to go. And you can see hopefully there that it just did spit out a lot of that dust. So I'm not sure if that came up on camera, but it actually did spit out a lot of that dust that I was concerned about initially. So that's one of the reasons why I don't think it's actually a very smart idea to put the blower attachment on there unless it's actually a clean filter or a spotless filter. Once again, let's try this blower out. So as you could hopefully tell from that previous video, the blower does work, but it doesn't work as well as I'd like a blower to work. If I needed to go for a blower, I wouldn't be using this. In terms of a vacuum, it's working very, very well. So in terms of a vacuum, I'm very impressed with it, but with regards to a blower, I would definitely not use this as a blower attachment whatsoever. So the only thing left to test out now, guys, is the runtime. So let's put on a fresh 5-amp battery. We'll get rid of this one. Put on our fresh 5-amp battery again. And the vacuum has just stopped running at 12 minutes and 45 seconds, which isn't very impressive. But considering this battery here was manufactured in 2015 and I've been using this battery for the past 4 years, it's not too bad. So you might actually get a little bit more runtime out of it, but all in all, it's not extremely impressive. So there we have it, guys. To sum everything up, the vacuum and the suction and the build is all good, apart from the attachment holder. The blower itself, not very impressed with, and the runtime, not very impressed with whatsoever. It's hard to get an exact runtime with this battery because this battery is 4 years old and I only got 12 minutes. Maybe I would have got a bit closer to the 20 mark, but at the end of the day, I've got plenty of spare batteries. This vacuum cleaner here is only for the small projects. It's not for a big project. If I've got a big project, I won't be using this one here. I'll be using the big shop vac. This one here is just to quickly clean up the area once I'm done with a little job or whatever area that I'm working in. So guys, hopefully you've enjoyed the video. If there's anything else you guys want to learn how to do in or around your house, put it in the comment section below. As always, like, comment and subscribe. Until next time, I'm Bill. Thanks for watching Billshowto.